Go ahead, Tiffany. Go ahead.
Wait, what do you mean?
Nothing.
No, speak your mind. Be yourself.
No, no, I'm not because I turned over a new leaf yesterday.
Oh, was it yesterday?
Yes, and if I don't have nothing positive to say, I'm not saying nothing at all.
When did that start?
Exactly.
Yesterday.
No, what happened?
When exactly yesterday?
Yesterday morning. When I wasn't ready to go home.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right, let's break it down.
Mm-hmm.
So, aggressive communication. That's.
Assertive.
We're going to explain what.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
I hope the people can hear you on the mic so they won't be thinking.
I'm like, oh. Let me shut up.
Put him a mic over there.
I know.
That can happen.
Right. We're going to have you on here talking. All right, Tiffany.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
Lord have mercy. So, do you communicate? Okay, let's talk about communication first. Communication is a big.
Mm-hmm.
Non-verbal, verbal, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Your body language speaks a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Facial expressions, Tiffany, is.
So you know what though? This mask be out here saving people though.
But your eyes say a lot though.
Some people don't. Like some people, you look at them, you be like, I don't know what they doing. I know what they doing underneath that mask.
But
Cause even like with people who smile and laugh, and like they face up here is just dead,
mm-hmm.
and you don't really know if they're smiling or not, but they really are. Some people portray stuff with their eyes, and some people don't.
Yeah, but yes, but whenever with the
Cause I've seen a couple people smiling,
and their eyes not your
and
eyes
it's
smile.
Just like, I don't really know
when
if
you
they're
smile up
smiling
under
or
your
not.
eyes. Look,
I
up
don't
under your
know.
mouth. I'm like up under your eyes. When you smile up under your mouth, your eyes will smile as well.
Maybe it's not really a real smile then.
Smile? Okay, your eyes.
I know my eyes do.
So
Even when it's not real.
it's just the mask is saving a lot of people, but also their body language. Like you have, like if I'm sitting up there, if you're telling me X, Y, and Z, and your story. Oh my gosh, Nisha, this right here happened, and I'm just like, my arms across, like
Right.
okay. And that's defensive mode, like especially if you're talking to someone or you're trying to explain your side of the story and your arms are crossed.
You know what? I have a very bad habit of doing that, and I think it's just like it's either because I'm either like rubbing my leg or my arms across. Like I don't know what else to do with them other than those two things.
Okay,
So, or I guess I put them right here, but that feels awkward.
okay, put your hands down, or because like sometimes whenever I'm talking to a patient, I'm like, okay, let me, and then like it seems like it's forced. Like, Nisha, put your arms down.
I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna cross my arms. Like,
yeah, but you, like, no,
yeah,
because it's like defensive mode. Like if you're sitting,
it's not.
you don't think so?
No.
Just because you do it.
Yes.
Because if you're telling me, if you're like, hey, you like, I came in and like I really laughed, and I'm just sitting.
But my face doesn't look like that.
No.
My face doesn't look like that. I'm not like.
So how's your face?
But I mean, it's like in tune. Like I'm listening. I'm supportive. It's just my arms are crossed.
Okay.
Like sometimes they're crossed, sometimes they're not. Like I
have
like
to
when
be
I'm mindful
open.
of it, like I'll put them down.
Mm-hmm.
But I think my automatic thing is to cross my arms. I do it all the time.
Which is not good. We have to be open. Your body language has to be open. Like whenever you talk to me, I don't like whenever you talk to me and your arms are crossed. I feel like don't put your hands on your hips.
Would you rather that?
You know what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know, but whatever. So, assertive communication. What is it?
So, basically, to me, my definition is basically effective communication.
Mm-hmm. But what is effective communication?
Being able to voice your concern or your opinion in a respectful manner.
Mm-hmm.
Just like an example would be, prime example, I statements,
Mm-hmm.
which is huge, which is a lot harder than people think it is.
It is. Somebody was talking about, I can't remember what we were talking about, but so the question was, what do you do differently now that you're in recovery?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, well, you do this and you do this. And I'm like, but it's asking you what you do.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, do you mean I? And she was like, yeah, you. No, you. I.
Right.
I
do this. I do
right.
X, Y, and Z.
Because we're not talking about me, her, him. We're talking about you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think people like, because we're so used to like the general, referring to people in generality,
Mm-hmm.
and so we forget that we talking about specific people.
Mm-hmm.
In most instances, like when you're talking about something, you're talking about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But we all be like you, they,
Mm-hmm.
them people.
Mm.
Mm.
So whenever you correct, like you talk about I, and then whenever you was talking to her about saying I, what did she say?
You.
She kept on saying you. She
She
didn't.
said you.
I thought maybe she just switched it up.
No. And I was like, I'm gonna roll with it.
Because when you saying you, I'm like, when you was talking about it, I'm like you. I'm like, I thought she was talking about you.
No, she was saying you in general, like all of us.
Mm-hmm.
But what we was talking about,
Herself.
you,
Her.
like you specifically.
This
like,
patient,
This is
I
not
need you
a
to
general
leave,
conversation.
This is what you gonna do
Right.
in your recovery.
This is we talking about.
But
you,
she's about us.
But she's talking about all of us.
Oh,
So I was like, oh, okay, because I none of that stuff pertained to me.
that's
So I was like,
That's
I
all
was
you.
like, I don't think it pertained to her either.
that's you.
It's you.
But no.
So, but no, it was all of us.
Mm.
So I was like, I tried.
What about a you statement and a disagreement? Because
Ooh.
that right there is the most.
That's some fighting
so,
words right there.
Yes, but then trying to change it into I feel this way when you. That's like
Right.
a lot of people are aggressive. Like you did this, you made me feel this way, instead of like I feel this way when
because right
when this happened or whatever.
or
That's
or
a lot.
even or you make me feel
Mm-hmm.
this way instead of you did this.
This is all
like,
your
'cause
fault.
it's blaming.
Correct.
And I'm like,
To me, that's a hard
How
thing
dare
to do, is to use those I statements in a disagreement, because I have to have some type of ownership
Right.
of the situation,
Right.
and it's just like
I'm like, no, it's you.
it's all you.
It's you.
But
You wrong.
is that effective communication?
I don't even understand why we having this argument.
Right? Because I won. Like I'm right. You're wrong.
That's-
I'm right. I love
about to
it.
say that.
So yeah, so I don't yeah, I know I actually, me and my ex, we actually, this is disclosing personal stuff, but me and my ex actually went to relationship counseling. Yeah. And ex relationship counseling.
Like, you don't even gotta ask how it worked out.
Right. There you go.
But not to say that relationship counseling doesn't work.
It does. It worked. It
It may have worked.
because it did work. To be honest, we'll go into it later.
Yeah.
So it did work. So anyway, so the I remember our therapist was like, we have to use the I statement, and it was so hard for me to really sit, like, because whenever it's a disagreement, I got it. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. That I statement, I gotta really think about what I'm about to say to you to make like I feel this. No, Joker, you make me feel this. But no, I have to. Let's calm down. But once I was able to learn how to, okay, let me process this before I actually just
spit it out.
I feel this way when this occurs.
Mm.
I won't be like you. No, but
how did that work out?
It worked out great. Mm-hmm. And then the safe words and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That worked out great. So
okay.
X.
So assertive communication is the ability to express positive and negative ideas and feelings in an open, honest, and direct way. It recognizes our rights while still respecting the rights of others. Mm-hmm. It allows us to take the responsibility for ourselves and our actions without judging or blaming other people. And it allows us to constructively confront and find a mutually satisfying solution where conflict exists.
Okay.
So what was interesting about this, so I'm going to skip down, but then we'll come back. But one of the drawbacks of assertive communication is that you may also find that you were wrong about a viewpoint that you had.
Correct.
I'm like, well, I don't really understand why this is a drawback of assertive communication. Because we are simply talking about you being confident and comfortable in saying what you have to say. Like, I said what I said. But it doesn't negate being wrong. Like, I can be wrong, but my viewpoint is my viewpoint. Like, it can be wrong. That's fine. And I may not know until we're having a conversation, because we are having an open and honest conversation. Mm-hmm. So if my viewpoint is wrong, that still doesn't mean that I can't be assertive in my viewpoint, because it's mine.
Right.
And so, like, at the end of the conversation, I might be, you know what, you're right. Or even not even a right or wrong. Like, I understand. I accept that. Like, I can be comfortable in accepting that there may be another viewpoint out there. Like, I may not agree with it, but I can understand
we can agree to disagree. Right. Everyone. And then with the communication, with that part right there, a lot of times, like, hey, because this is the type of person I am. I want to understand the reason why you think the way that you think. And it's a lot of people don't understand that about me, because like you just want to, no, I want to learn and see the way that you think, so I'll understand you a lot better.
Right.
And they're like, that's
I mean, aggressive. I may not agree with why you think the way you think, but I mean, I get it.
I get it, yeah. And I want to understand, like, oh, okay, I get the way, okay, so I know how to approach you in the future or whatever. Some people don't like that, though. They think that, I know you said that one time before, people think that you're being a counselor or therapist whenever you're having a conversation.
I just want to understand. Like, that's all. Like, I have my own viewpoint. Like in my mind, it's a right and a wrong. Mm-hmm. And so when somebody has an opposing viewpoint than mine, I don't get it. Mm-hmm. So you got to explain it to me. Mm-hmm. So the way that you explain it to me, if you don't understand why I don't understand, is I'm going to ask you questions.
And they think that you're...
Right.
You need to learn how to take that counselor hat off or whatever. Right. I'm not one of your patients. Have you heard that before?
Yes.
I'm not one of your patients.
All the time.
Like no, it's a question. Okay. Don't we ask questions?
Right. It's a question. I can't ask questions no more.
I guess not.
But, yeah, so... Yeah. So anyway, I thought that was interesting that, like, just because you're assertive means that you can't accept somebody else's viewpoint. Like, I mean, my viewpoint is my viewpoint. Your viewpoint is your viewpoint.
And I might, after you break it down, I might understand your viewpoint. It might be my viewpoint.
Right. Yeah. And I might be like, you right. You absolutely right. I was wrong. My bad.
I'm not going to say all that.
Okay. That's why your communication is aggressive.
I'm like, oh, okay, okay. I might tell you I'm not gonna say you're right. I'm like, oh, okay. And then next week, I'm like, oh, they're like, didn't I just say that? Did you really?
Did you? I don't remember that.
I think that was mine.
Didn't happen.
You
didn't happen at all. So, why use assertive communication? Because. So apparently, I think we're in reality, like, all of us are assertive at certain points, and we just don't realize it.
Mm-hmm.
And some people feel like they're coming off as aggressive, but they're really just being assertive because, you know, like, it's, especially, like, I know we hear it all the time where people feel like, especially in, like, recovering in addiction, and they feel like they don't have the right to speak their mind or say what they want to say or say what they need to say because of that shame and guilt. And so when they do finally say what they have to say, even though it's not disrespectful or demeaning in any way, they feel like it is because they're like, I don't really have the right. And I'm like, I feel like, well, I know a lot of our patients because I hear it all the time. So I'm just like, that's sad. Like, it's sad. Like, because you're still a human being. And you still have wants, needs, desires, whatever.
Correct.
And your behaviors and actions don't negate that you still have stuff that you need. And people just not going to be out here disrespecting you. But we allow.
But, yeah, because a lot of times, like, I deserve it, or I put them through this and this, and this, and making up every excuse of why they can't voice their opinion or their concern because they deserve it, especially the ones that parents, they stay with their parents or whatever, and it's just like, well, I just gotta deal with it.
Right. Well, I'm like, but you don't.
You don't
You really don't.
But that's what they're like, no, that's I put my mom and dad through all this right here, and this and this, and I sold the car to the drug dealer, and blase this, blase that, and it's just like, but you don't deserve to be talked to like that. Or you deserve to be able to, like, hey, I feel this way when this occurred. Or I have been clean for 5 years and you
still bring it to the past.
Correct.
Right. And I'm like, when you are in a relationship with somebody, like, and somebody had an addiction in the past and we got over it or whatever, both of you are supposed to forgive. Like, you, the addict, forgives and forgets, but they're supposed to forgive and forget too.
Forgive, but to me,
forget in not like it's gone from my memory, but we ain't bringing it up no more.
Yeah, we have to move past this right here. But if you're having signs of the same things that you was doing in the past, I'm going to bring it up, like, hey, because that can be a sign of a relapse. Like you know, before a patient relapse, they already, like, before they actually put a needle or do a pill or anything, they relapse in their head, or their actions starting to change or whatever. So I'm like, what?
But, like, if we're having an argument,
and
the first thing you go back to is, oh, you was out here doing blah blah and blah.
Correct.
Like, no, we're not even talking about that.
We're not there no more.
Right.
But that's with any relationship. That's with addiction. That's with anything.
Anything.
Like whenever say cheating or whatever. If someone, I think, okay, we're gonna make this relationship work.
Right. It's done.
Sorry. So don't bring back up. Every time you get in an argument. Or the person don't answer the phone. Hey, you're cheating on me.
Right. Exactly.
Like, no, I ain't supposed to be texting while I'm at work.
Right. You out here trying to get me fired.
So, yeah.
Because you got trust issues. So yeah. So, why is assertive communication important? Because it increases the appropriate use of appropriate behavior, and enables us to swap old behavior patterns for a more positive approach on life. And changing responses can be stimulating and exciting. So, the advantages of assertive communication is that assertiveness helps us feel good about ourselves and others. Assertiveness leads to the development of mutual respect with others. Assertiveness increases our self-esteem. Assertiveness helps us achieve our goals. Assertiveness minimizes hurting and alienating other people. Assertiveness reduces anxiety.
Wow.
Why anxiety?
No, I just said wow. Like,
oh, wow.
Because it's just, yeah, go ahead.
It protects us from being taken advantage of by others, enables us to make decisions and free choices in our lives, and it enables us to express a wide range of thoughts and feelings.
Right. I think we need to because being assertive in your communication is a lot to do with your self-esteem.
Yes.
A whole lot.
Yes.
So to be able to get your point across, and because a lot of people deal with anxiety whenever they're like, oh my goodness, it's gonna be a conflict or whatever. So yes, I'm gonna stand firm on what I believe, but that's what it all comes back down to, rebuilding that person from the ground up, like with our patients or whatever that's don't want to cause any kind of conflicts with their
whomever.
Yeah, anybody, their employer, anybody. So, but it's a good way and a bad way to do communication. But some people might think, shut up.
That sounds a little wet.
Shut up. Oh, okay. But say for instance with their employer and being able to voice their opinion about why they believe they need a raise. So I think some people will. To me, it's a thin line between being aggressive and assertive.
Yes, I don't even think it's a thin line though.
Mm-hmm.
I actually no, I don't agree with that. I don't think it's a thin line.
Okay.
Like, because in that respect, then you're saying that there's a thin line between being respectful and disrespectful.
So okay, some people can disrespect you in a nice, like
what is it called? God, what is it called? When people say like rude stuff, but it's in such a nice way, you don't really know how to take it. It's called something, but I can't think of it.
Right. So whenever they like, or if they talking to someone, say for instance, if I'm talking to my staff members, and I'm trying to get my point across, and
you know what? This is a perfect example.
Dude,
this is
I'm done.
Like, what?
I'm done.
What? Because we've had this conversation before.
I'm done. Go ahead.
You brought it up. You brought it up.
Yeah, but I didn't bring up an incident or something like that. You were ready to tell Young
I'm not even going to say an incident. Okay. Go ahead. Say what you're going to say. No, go ahead.
I forgot.
No, you did it.
So, so being assertive, like I'm an aggressive. Why I'm saying it's a thin line, because it's not. How can I put this? Moment of silence. Go ahead, Tiffany. Go ahead, Tiffany.
So, piggybacking off of that, because I feel like I know where you're going.
Go ahead. You go.
So, for you, because we were talking about you. You
said
I. You said I.
Okay,
you
but
said
you
I,
don't.
So we were talking about you.
Okay, you've been aggressive now because
we were talking about you.
I know, but that finger, you talking about you, and now I'm on defense mode, like arms crossed, like what you gotta say.
So, in general, sometimes people in roles of power feel that their staff is disrespectful. Mm-hmm. Like, you try to come off professional, like you try it, but the staff comes back
that energy, and then it goes
and then
to the
it flips your switch where you were like, I'm being assertive, and then
now it's aggressive. You know me.
I said I knew what you were saying.
So yes, that's why I was like, it's a thing, because like, that's what I wanted to say, because sometimes you feed off of that person's energy or whatever. So if I'm talking, or if anyone's like, if I'm talking to someone and it's just like, hey, X, Y, and Z, blase this, blase that, not patient wise, because patient wise is just like, hey, because you understand, like, hey, they got stuff going on, and you're like, okay, oh gosh, like, but
to an extent.
But it's effective ways to communicate, even whenever it's like, okay, well, because we go through all these different types of training to how to de-escalate situations or whatever, and a lot of times with our patients, they just want to be heard.
Right.
They just want to vent. They just want to yell. They just want to just get it out or whatever. Like, this sounds crazy. I told patients, like, if you need to yell, if you need to cry, if you need to scream, Do it. You can come here and do it. Like I just sit
I
here,
don't care.
just
Like, and when they're cursing or whatever, and I'm like, and they be like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I don't care.
Right,
Like,
go
you're
ahead.
Not hurt my feelings. You're not cursing at me. Like,
right. I get it.
I don't
Okay.
care. So
Get it out.
Whatever. However you feel like you gotta say what you gotta say. Say it. I don't care. But go ahead. Continue.
But so with me, I had because sometimes like I do it in my head. Like okay, Nisha, because I've been the type always. That's what got me in trouble growing up. Is because I had to tell you the reason why I thought the way I thought and why the reason why I know what I did was right, and I need you to understand. That's why I got in so much trouble.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't care. I don't
Yeah.
care. Didn't I tell you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't go
So
down
you gotta
like that.
explain.
Yeah.
No, you just made it worse.
It did not go down. Me and Mom just had this conversation this weekend because my oldest son is just like me. Just shut up.
Right. Just take it. You was wrong. You knew you
Right.
was wrong.
But no, you have to explain. He had to explain the reason why.
I don't care.
Yeah. But that's me. So whenever people are the people don't think body language is huge to me.
It is.
Because whenever like if I'm holding a meeting and there's no eye communication or people or whatever or just getting up and leaving, and I'm just talking in general, you guys. This ain't my staff. My staff are great. My staff is great. But so it's just like, okay, you feed off of that. Like, okay, am I being disrespected or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Because what I'm saying is important,
Right.
but it don't feel like it's important to them, but it's important to their job.
Right.
So, and sometimes that switch from, that's why I said sometimes it's a thin line, because it's just like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
But we can't give people what they give us.
Right.
And that's the thing. You have to train yourself. Like, hey, you know what? You can't, just because they're negative don't mean you have to be negative.
Right.
Just because they sitting up here, just give them their respect when they talk to you. Just you don't have to do what they was doing. Just like
Right. Because it goes back to, like, you started out here, and then they up here, and then you up here. And then
No one.
But how was this resolved? Like, what did we solve here?
Nothing.
Do you feel better? No.
Mm-mm.
You feel worse.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what is the purpose of it? What is the purpose? There is no purpose.
And you always need that person, because a lot of times, whenever you have someone that's down here and someone's up here, eventually that person's up here will be like, you know what? Let me bring it down some.
Or not.
Because I'm looking crazy out here in the world.
Hopefully, for the most part, most people, but a lot of people are like, nah, I'm gonna keep ramping it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you keep giving it to me. No, you just feeding the fire. So sometimes you just gotta be like, you know what? This is pointless. It's pointless.
Mm-hmm.
So
We'll revisit this when you calm down. Pineapples.
right, like
Who's that called?
just leave.
Our keyword, pineapples.
Just leave. It's fine. So, what are some disadvantages? We already talked about one of them. Others may not approve of this style of communication or may not approve of the views you express. Having a healthy regard for another person's rights means that you won't always get what you want. And you may also find that we talked about that. But most importantly, it involves a risk that others may not understand and therefore not accept this style of communication. And that goes back to where people are just like, we so used to passive and submissive and people not really saying what they need to say or saying what they want to say. And so when people be like, you know what? Nah, this ain't gonna work for me. And you be like, since when?
But a lot of people growing up, their culture was, hey,
Right.
you gonna do
Right.
what I say. You have no opinion. You're
Right.
a child, stay in a child's place. And it's just like,
Right. But I mean, even college, jobs, where they're like, no, you don't care.
yeah,
This
you
is
know,
what you gonna do.
This is how we're gonna do it. And
Right.
there's no way, even if you like, hey, well, I think that we should do it this way because this
Right.
way sound, no.
No.
And then some people like, okay, well, I'm not. But
even
it's
so,
a way to do it though. Don't be bossy about it. Just-
but I was like, yeah, like even if they don't accept it, you still feel better for having said it.
right.
Like at the end of the day, I don't care whether you understand, whether you accept it, whatever. I said what I had to say.
Mm-hmm.
So you take it how you want to take it. I mean, I don't care. But, I mean, I feel better because I said, ain't nobody going to be like, well, we don't really know how Tiffany felt or whatever.
Oh, you going to know my feelings.
So, like, I said what I had to say. Whatever you do with it is your own business.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel better about myself. Because it's nothing worse than you, like, having a conversation with somebody and you want to say something and you, like, I'm not going to say it because they not going to understand it or they not going to like it.
Yeah, I'm going to hurt their feelings and I don't want them to be mad at me.
And then hours later, you still thinking about it. The conversation dead, gone, person fine because
they done moved on.
You ain't say nothing. So they like, oh, okay, we cool. And go on about their business. And then you over here with your little resentments.
In your feelings. Okay.
Right. Ain't nothing worse. So I'm like.
And you thinking of things that you could have said to them.
Right. Because, I mean, in some instances, it's just like, whatever, I don't care. But in some instances, like, I'm going to say what I got to say.
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay. I'm done. Like, cross my little arms. I don't even care no more.
It's over. I got my point of view.
Right.
Across, so we're good.
So we're done. We're done here.
Mm.
I said what I said. My mouth is spoken. I think that was it in the article. There were some examples, though. So, characteristics of assertive communication is eye contact. You know what? I thought this was very interesting. So, the other day, I was talking to somebody, and he never once looked at me. And I'm like, we were having a good conversation, but he never once looked at me. And I think we talked for like a good 15, 20 minutes. What? I was like, yeah.
So was he on his phone?
No.
No eye contact?
He was talking the whole time. Like, he really controlled the conversation.
So were y'all side by side? Or?
No. He was, I'm looking him dead in his face. Never looked at me.
So, was he looking? Was he nervous? Because some people don't look people in the eye because they're nervous.
So, and I think it was guilt.
Okay.
And so, like, cause like whatever he was saying, it made sense. Like he was sensible. But I was just like, this joker ain't looked at me yet.
Mm.
And I didn't want to say anything because I was like, this is just not the right time to say something. But I like to myself, I'm like, he just talk this whole time and not look at me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people don't really understand the importance of eye contact. Because, like, even though whatever you're saying is probably valid, good, excellent, whatever, like, it's still like that little grain of, I don't really care that much because you don't even care enough to look me in the eye and say it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like,
They could be nervous.
Okay.
Or they probably have some people don't
With the cultures.
Culture is a huge one. Or they're like, okay, well, I'm like, how are they judging me when I'm talking to them? Are they judging me? I don't want to look at them because I'm scared, like, I'm going to shut down. But I need to get this off my chest.
You need to make eye contact.
I know that, but I'm just telling you.
You're like, your reasons behind it is completely fine.
Yes,
but you got
but
to
how many
learn.
times has that person has been judged about their feelings or whatever they got going on, voicing their concerns and stuff like that, or what they're going through? So they might not feel comfortable enough to, like, they're like, I want to get it out, but I'm scared they might judge me. I know I need to get it out. So instead of me looking this person in their eyes and looking at their face and seeing their reaction, I'm just going to look all the way around so I don't have to worry about what they got to say.
But I know that you've had conversations with people and they are looking down wherever and they don't look at you. And like
you already know I done had
when they're talking to you and like it really invalidates whatever you're saying. Cause like you could be like completely right, like and it's completely right. Like, this is a strong viewpoint, it's a great stance, but you not making eye contact is like, I don't care. Like, I don't even understand why you're having this conversation. Like, I don't care, because it's just like, you, like, it really comes back to, you don't care enough about what you're saying that you can look me in the eye, one, and it also makes you look weak. So even though whatever you're saying, like, you are strong behind it, the fact that you don't look somebody in the eye is like, you can go either way.
What about when they're you're talking to them and they're looking everywhere else?
Yeah, I mean, that's disrespectful. I mean, because it looks like you don't care.
You don't care, but they're like, I heard everything you said. You can repeat every little thing, and just like, I don't know.
No, but so this is the thing, when people repeat what you say,
Don't mean nothing.
It don't mean a thing to me. Because I was like, so you heard me. That don't mean you were listening. Because even though you repeat back verbatim what I said, that don't mean you understood it. Because if you understood it, you would repeat it back how you took it.
Right.
Not exactly what I said. So, no, I ain't with it.
And also, with communication in general, I think technology is like the phone situations and stuff like that, or what like, all jokes aside, I love my phone to death, but I'd rather have a conversation with somebody face to face without no phones, nothing. But it's so, everyone is so, you got it on your watch and your phone, and you have to be connected 24/7.
Right.
And the person that you're right there in front of, you're on your phone.
Right. So I'm gonna be on my phone. And then,
but I'm talking about you literally on your phone, and I'm trying to talk to you about.
My bad.
but yeah, I'm like, that right there to me is sometimes be like, especially if you're pouring your heart out to somebody, or you're going through something and someone is on their phone.
Right. And then they hit it with that little glance up. If you don't go somewhere, like, then you gotta be like, you know what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
That's me. I kill people with that. Don't worry about it. No, I was. We're good.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Not a problem.
I talk to somebody else.
Right. And then you're gonna be mad. Don't worry about it. You had your opportunity. So,
but we have like, us as a community, as a whole, we have too much technology. Like, too much things. Like, people don't have real conversations.
Distractions.
Anymore. Yes. It's no real conversations, hardly ever. And text messages, like texting somebody.
I would text somebody in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but it's like, I can interpret it the wrong way.
Okay.
Don't put all the caps, the exclamation points. I don't need all that. So what's this?
Or the clap.
Or do not, if you're putting it in a sentence and you put my name, capitalize my whole name, or if you say my government name, I'm like, I'm on defense mode.
You in trouble now?
Like, what did I do?
Right.
You done spelled out my name and you capitalize every letter? Oh, okay, what did I do now?
You in trouble.
So I think we just need to get back to old communication.
That's true. So, and you know, so interesting. So I was talking to somebody the other day, and he was talking about communication. Like, he's like, he spends a lot of time on the computer or by himself, and so he was like, he feel like he lost a lot of his communication skills. And I'm like, that's probably true for a lot of people, though, especially now with like COVID, because you know you
can't socialize.
So
you can, but not like
in a normal way.
Correct.
So a lot of people are chatting, doing like emails and stuff, and so you really kind of lose some of your socialization and communication skills, because you're just like, I ain't talking about it. And
you don't gotta give them eye contact.
Right.
On these Zoom calls, you can just
turn off your little mic in your video.
Like, or you can look like you looking and you're not even looking at them.
Right. Like, oh, that killed me, Chuck. So, body posture. We talked about this.
We already did.
Gestures. Gestures can be good and bad, though. It's like, you can because a lot of people talk with their hands, and then you be like, first of all, you gonna stop pointing at me, right? But I'm like, I'm just pointing, like not specifically at you. You just in the vicinity of my pointing. I'm not pointing at you. Don't do that. There's your gestures. Disrespectful. And then your voice, so your tone of voice, or the volume of your voice, because you can be like whatever you're saying, just like blah whatever. But if you yelling, be like, nah, you not about to talk to me like this. So modulating your voice so that it's like an appropriate tone, appropriate volume. And then timing, of course. And then the content, what you're saying, how you're saying it, blah, 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 whatever. So it's important what you say. And how you say it. And how you say it. Because sometimes how you say it can completely negate what you were actually saying. Because people just take it. Like the text messages and your caps lock. Like, you probably just forgot to turn the caps lock on.
No, you didn't when you capitalized. No, you didn't.
And sometimes in emails, like sometimes I will be communicating and I'll just like the caps lock will be on. Like, I done type this whole message in caps lock and I'm not about to go back. So the whole message is about to be in caps lock.
So you're yelling at me.
I'm not. I just, when I was typing, it was in caps lock and
you had to hit the caps.
People turn the caps lock all the time.
I don't
all the time by mistake.
Like no, they don't.
By mistake.
If I do it, I take it off and retype the whole thing.
Whatever. No, you don't.
Because
you don't. You liar.
You liar. Oh my gosh. We wasted a whole hour about communication. Just went out the window, you guys. See how easy that was?
On that note, I guess we'll take a break.
I guess so. You liar. Hopefully our DJ is ready.
So here are some examples.
You ain't even say welcome
Oh,
back or
I'm
nothing.
sorry.
Hey, how you doing?
Wow.
Here are some
You said
examples.
we back.
I know.
We back.
Gracious. I wasn't
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
All
And then
right.
that song supposed to dropped or something like that. He should have. I need somebody to get my cues, cause I swear I be having some.
Man, you be having you got a dope well.
But he's supposed to be on it. But like when I say, "Oh, welcome back," the song come on, bam. Put your mic on. Put your mic on. Check 1, check 2. Alrighty, go ahead. I'm sorry since you started.
You want some examples?
Go ahead. Give me some examples.
So here's an example of assertiveness at work. So your boss has mentioned in a large upcoming project, or kidding. Your boss has mentioned a large upcoming project several times, saying that they want you to work on it since it's for your clients you've assisted before. This would be a great to add to your portfolio in preparation for moving up. They confide. You're absolutely ready for that. When they finally give you the project materials and a due date, your heart sinks. You have a few essential pieces of work you can't put off, and there's no way you can complete everything yourself. At the same time, you don't want to let your boss or clients down, and you really feel that you really want the promotion. So you set up a meeting with your boss and explain the situation. So how would you explain the situation assertively?
You want me to tell you? Okay. I will basically say, hey, you know what? The project that was given to me, I feel like Tiffany, you said a whole lot. I wasn't paying attention to you.
Okay, exactly. So summarization. So you got a project. It's your clients. They don't tell you what it is, but you take the project, and then when you finally get the due date and the materials that you need, it's too short of a time period, and you don't have everything. You can't do it by yourself.
Oh well, I'll let my employer know. Hey, you gave me this project. I finally got all my material, but it's too small of notice. Could I get some help? DJ, go ahead. Tell us your part.
He said he don't got his mic.
Oh, he don't got his mic on. I thought he had his mic on.
He's not even ready.
Oh my goodness. Never mind. We don't want him.
Okay.
Here you go. You ready? No, go ahead. Put your mic in. Here you go. Here's an example. All right. So you started dating someone seriously.
Okay.
While you like them a lot and enjoy spending time with them, there's one problem. They're extremely messy.
Oh, man.
So every time you visit, you notice dishes in the sink and laundry on the floor. The floor usually isn't swept and the bathroom is never clean.
Wow.
So
This is a female? He's talking to him?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
both of us.
it's a female.
Oh, it's a female.
Oh,
Okay.
a
Yeah, it's me.
dude, but a
This is
female.
me. This
No.
is
Go ahead.
This is me.
So far, you dropped a few hints but haven't said anything outright. Instead, you just invite them to your house since you feel more relaxed in your own clean space. One day they ask, why don't you like coming over? You don't want to hurt her feelings, but you want to be honest. So you say what?
So you say, I'm going to be honest.
Be open and honest.
I'm going to be like, look, I
But
think
assertive, not rude or disrespectful.
very nice about it.
Very nice.
So I would say something like, so look, you know I care about you, right?
That's the game.
That's the game right there. So,
Positive. Go ahead.
No,
Say
I
something
love
positive.
you.
and then I would say something like, let's remodel your house or something. Something like that along the lines of.
Oh, he throwing money out there.
No.
No.
Hold up. I didn't say money. I remodel, like restructure, move stuff around at your house.
And then what you gonna say when she be like, why? Why would you do that? We don't even live together. Why would you remodel my house?
I would come up with something. I don't know. I just would.
But you're not gonna tell her that her house is dirty.
I'm not gonna go out and say her house is messy.
Why?
That might change the relationship big time.
But
Okay. Go ahead.
You ready? Okay. So if I come over and if they ask me, I'm like, hey, you know what? I don't feel comfortable whenever I come to your house because it's stuff everywhere. And I would assist you on cleaning. If you need help with cleaning, we can clean together.
Okay.
That's all they gonna get. And then I'm not gonna when I say I'm gonna assist you, I'm really gonna be like, hey, you need to fix it because I'm not because this is your mess. This is your mess.
But
How do you
even
say
that,
How do you say that without being a little?
it's not like you just gotta be like, unfortunately, like
That's gonna kill him right there when you say
I
that.
love you, blah blah blah, whatever.
No.
But your house is a mess.
You can't say that,
It
Tiffany.
is a mess because So this is what happened. Because
wish-
both of you guys are
No,
like
because people
glazing
be getting
over.
in my car and stuff like that or
Your
whatever.
car is a mess.
You're not gonna tell Radio Land that.
It's too late.
My car is a mess, and I'm
But-
fine with it.
I am too. I'm like, you
It's
better
my
make sure
car.
you need a ride, don't
my
you?
car.
Sit down. Just put your feet on these
But-
water bottles and we'll be okay.
Exactly. Just put it on the floor. You're fine. But like both of you guys just glazed over it because like so in the long term, like say you guys move in together,
Right.
and they still messy.
No, that's a conversation you need to have before you actually make a step to move in with
Right, we
someone.
gotta fix that problem,
That
yeah.
right there is like, hey, you know what?
Like,
Before
you
we
gotta
make
be like,
this
you
step,
messy.
before we make this step, I don't like how you don't keep your house clean. So with that being said, either you're gonna start cleaning up, or we're gonna have to get you a maid, and I'm not paying for it.
Or not even like you just need to pick up your stuff. Like
What if they
I'm
not
not
a clean, what if they don't like doing like they not a clean type person?
Yeah,
So
then
they-
we can't be together if you
No,
not
that's
clean.
not true. You can hire a maid and be
Yeah,
have the same effect.
No, because
Yes,
if you're not a clean person, you're not a clean person.
I didn't say
no,
body
just
wise.
because just because my car is messy don't mean I'm a dirty
doesn't-
person.
No, that doesn't mean that you're a dirty person. It just means your car is clean. But if you are, or your car is dirty.
My car, don't do that.
So, because I'm a clean person,
Mm-hmm.
but my car is a mess, and I accept that.
Mm-hmm.
But there are people, because
Mm-hmm.
you prioritize what's important to you. I don't live in my car. I don't care if it's dirty.
Well, I do live in
I
my
live-
car because it seems like I'm there.
I live in my house, and that's clean.
Go ahead.
So, I don't spend it. I go from wherever to wherever. Like, I love my car, but it's not there.
Let's not even talk about cars. Go ahead.
You still in the sensitive place.
I am.
So, but like a clean person and a dirty person is different because you can be a clean person, you just messy. Like people who are like clean, but their office is a mess. But you're still a clean person. Like your stuff is just disorganized. It's not dirty.
Yes, but
But
the way
it's a difference between a dirty person and a clean person. So even if you're like, I'm gonna get you a maid, that don't stop the person from being dirty. Because your maid ain't gonna be there every day. You can't. You may be able to. I don't know. But your maid's not gonna be there every day. So you gotta address the root of the problem. Because you just covering it up with the maid. They still dirty.
they probably don't have time.
You got time to
Or-
pick stuff up.
What you? Okay,
You got stuff to pick. You got time.
okay. Don't talk to people like that.
So I'm just saying. You're saying like the solution is get a maid, but that don't address the problem. Because the problem is
They probably don't like. They probably don't like cleaning. Some people love cleaning 24/7. They cleaning.
I don't like cleaning, but I will clean.
Okay, I'm just telling you the people.
But
Give us another
we
example.
gotta address. You gotta address the problem before it is. You can't just glaze.
But you just
over
can't
it.
say, "Hey,
Or
you're messy."
You may not be
That's
messy,
aggressive.
but you're.
That's aggressive.
No, it's not. Your house is
Whenever
a
you
mess.
come to me, your house is a mess. That is
It's a mess.
That's aggressive. No, I'm in defense mode right there.
Okay.
Your house is a mess. That's
Clean it
like
up. My view, but that goes back to my viewpoint. Is my viewpoint. I mean, that's what it is. You may not feel like it's messy. You might just be like, I just gotta pick this stuff up and we good to go. But if I'm
well,
like,
that might like your definition of a clean house is different from their definition. So if they don't think nothing is wrong, some dishes in the sink, people think, oh, well, if I got 2-3 dishes in the sink, the kitchen ain't clean.
right.
So, but that's what you think. That's not what they think.
That's fine. Like you gotta not be like over the top with it. Like
Well, don't call people messy to me.
your counter's dirty, your stove dirty, your floor dirty, and you got dishes in the sink.
And trash
kitchen,
over.
your kitchen is a mess. But you
So
want me
what-
to eat in here?
Oh no, I didn't say eat there.
I
didn't say
you
eat
gotta
there.
eat there. At
No,
some
you
point.
don't. No,
you
you-
ain't never gonna eat there. And then they're gonna be like, well, why?
It's not gonna work.
Why?
Relationship ain't gonna work.
Well,
It's
it's not
not
gonna
gonna
work.
work.
Then it's not gonna work. It's okay. It's not gonna work if.
But you're supposed to learn from the relationship. So if you like,
Whenever
you know
that's
what?
that's a red flag. Red
And
flag.
you
Red
supposed to make
flag.
each other better.
Don't go
Right,
no further.
you like this ain't gonna work for me. I'm done.
Because anytime
that
someone
person
come to your
don't know
house,
why.
but anytime someone come to your house, you try to make sure everything is straight.
Right.
So that's what like okay. It's like you going extra clean, like
Right.
make sure everything is clean. So if that person decide not to
Don't
do
care.
that, red flag, on to the next.
But you're not even gonna be like, well, this is not gonna work out for me because
Why?
you got.
Why do you explain? Why do I need to explain anything to anyone? I don't
but
owe
you
nobody.
You don't. But there might be a reason why all this stuff. Like maybe she was in the hospital, or maybe
You said we've
somebody
been
robbed.
dating.
Maybe somebody robbed the house. Maybe she had a roommate. But you don't know why. But you're not even gonna give them the opportunity to explain, but to correct it. You just go, I'm done.
I'm done.
And then for everybody else, you always gonna get dumped unless you find somebody that's dirty
Right.
too.
Dirty,
but you
two
always
dirty
gonna be
people.
dumped because they're gonna be like,
They're gonna be dumping you because you're dirty.
I'm
So
not.
well, talk to the people. Talk to the people. Tell them your house is a
You
mess.
gotta be like, it's.
But you need to be like, okay, it's a nice way. Like,
It's
you know what?
unkept.
Yeah, your house is unkept. Do you need help tightening it up? I can help
I'm not
you.
helping you. I didn't make this mess.
See, now you're being mean.
See,
You
now
gotta
you
help
being
them with
mean.
this.
How am I
So
being
that's why you're gonna be
mean?
single. You gonna be
Yeah,
single.
exactly.
Like, why in the world would I come to your house and be like, let's
You
clean
like that person?
No.
Hello.
No.
I thought y'all were dating.
I didn't make this mess. I'm not cleaning it up. I'll catch you in a couple hours.
That's not right.
You need me to take the trash out. I'll take it on my way out.
Oh, not.
No, like,
First off, no woman should be taking out the trash on the way out
Right.
of some man's
And if
house.
he let you, like, okay, go ahead, I'm gonna clean up. Go ahead, get the trash out.
I
Right.
clean it up.
Be like, that's a red flag. Red flag.
Red flag.
Sometimes you can
Red.
take the trash out.
That's it. That's a red flag right
Sometimes you
there.
can take the trash out.
No, I'm okay if I ain't there. But like, if you're there,
If I'm there, my kids don't even.
what?
Ow.
Like, come on. Man.
I wish they would.
You see how she gave you that look? That's come on. Man.
Go ahead to the next question. Next example.
Okay, the next example.
Hot topics. Hot topics.
So this one is with a friend. So one of your close friends has a crush on your roommate, and your roommate seems to have some interest in them. Lately,
I'm not getting involved.
Come on, I like this.
lately, when you make plans with either of them, they always ask if the other will be there.
Wow.
Oh, they don't want to spend time with you.
It's over for you.
So you have some unpleasant experiences with roommates and friends dating and feel a little concerned about how this might play out. Plus, you know your roommate doesn't want a serious relationship while your friend definitely does. One day, your friend finally asks, would it be all right if I asked your roommate out? What would you do?
Okay, first of all, it don't got nothing to do with me.
What you mean?
Go ahead if you want.
Yes, it does. It has a lot to do with you.
Well, that's your like. Whenever I tell my friends, like, well, when I had single friends, now everybody want to get married and stuff. I don't know, whatever. No, I'm not in my feelings. Anyway, so whenever I used to tell my friends, like, hey, that's on you. If you choose to talk to this person, that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna leave it as that.
But
I'm not.
you got to address this situation assertively. So your roommate and your friend. You don't want your friend to date your roommate because in the past you had some negative experiences. So how would you address it assertively?
Basically I would tell my roommate.
We talking about the friend.
The
We
friend.
talking to the friend.
So my friend has
Your
to come to
friend.
my
Your
roommate.
friend wants a
My
relationship.
friend wants the loan. Okay.
And your
I
roommate
would
doesn't.
I would tell my friend, hey, you might need to reevaluate this. This person don't want a long-term relationship. You deserve more.
But so you're not going to talk about how you feel about it, or your opinion and stuff don't matter. Because it kind of does, because it's your roommate.
Okay. First of all, Tiffany, we're grown.
Mm-hmm.
Be free to date whoever you want to. I'm not gonna be in the because a lot of times we put too much on our plates. Everybody else problems and stuff like that. You're grown.
But it's your roommate. Your roommate. Think about this now. It's your roommate. That means you live together. So that means if something goes sideways, they don't care whether it's your roommate stuff or your stuff.
No, because when you mess up my stuff, it's gonna be a problem.
But you are
'Cause
involved.
I'm
You're
not involved. That's
'Cause
between
you're-
y'all two. Y'all go
you're
in that room
tied-
over there.
No.
So whatever's in that room.
That's not how
is,
it works.
Go ahead over to the
You're
DJ.
you're tied to the friend and the roommate.
I don't
What
get in the
you
midst
say?
of it. I don't. I know my
Okay, so
boundaries.
that's a touchy subject. And you say the friend, we live together, right?
Mm-hmm. You and the roommate.
Me and the roommate, and I like this person.
No, your friend.
No, your friend
Like your
likes
roommate.
the roommate.
Oh, so me and the we roommates.
Mm-hmm.
They're not dating anybody.
No, but your roommate don't want a serious relationship, but your friend does. Your friend likes the roommate.
So what you gonna tell your friend?
I like him. Well, I like her.
No,
No,
your
you.
friend likes the roommate. What are
Oh.
you gonna tell your friend about this roommate that don't want no
Right.
long-term relationship? But your friend, your female friend, like, oh my god, you know how females are. Oh my gosh, I wouldn't. No.
But you've also had negative experiences with your friends and your roommates dating in the past.
Oh yeah, I'm throwing them under the bus so it don't happen.
Oh, so you? Oh,
I'm blocking that. So I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you why. That keeps the friendship tight.
Right.
And we already know how my roommate is.
Right.
So rather than tell her and throw him under the bus, him or she, I would just say, yeah, this ain't what you want. He just got out of a serious relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah, something that'll throw him all the way out.
You just gotta be like,
Yeah.
friend.
Nope.
First of all, he don't want a serious relationship. You want a serious relationship. He don't want a serious relationship. But
Right.
despite that,
why are we getting so
in
much
the
involved in
past-
people?
In the past, I have had negative experiences with my friends and roommates dating. It just don't work out,
Yep.
and it don't work out for me.
Right.
They don't
So-
care if that. If
You
this,
don't even be their friend no more.
So I'm telling you, as your friend, that one, he don't want a relationship. You want a relationship, he don't want a relationship. But also, these things don't work out.
Right.
I mean,
One in a million.
If it
One in a million does.
But by all means, once we're no longer roommates, have at it.
Yep.
But while I'm still here,
I can't do it.
I can't do it.
Look, Nisha wants to. She wants to ratchet this. Look at her. She's like, I don't care.
Like you,
Yeah, I want it. I want it. I want it.
I know that I don't have, like, if you choose to date this person, you choose to. I don't want no involvements in it.
Right.
Don't bring
But
me
that's
in.
not
You
gonna
can't.
be
You
the
can't
case.
uninvolve
Yes,
yourself
I
if
don't
you're the
have-
roommate.
I done told my friend, like, if you choose to date this person, and I already know what type of person this person is.
But you the
Your friend
roommate.
not dating your roommate.
That's right. It's the
Yeah, I don't
roommate.
know.
You gonna see that person way more now.
You cannot
And then if he's-
uninvolve yourself.
And then if he's playing my roommate, and
What
I'm
you
sitting up
gonna
there
do?
What
like,
you gonna do?
Right. So
What you
don't.
gonna do?
So deter that early. Don't even let it happen.
So you like
moral
you
of the
right.
story is don't have a roommate, you guys.
That's true. Roommates are not
The
good.
moral of the story is say what you got to say. Because if
Yeah.
it goes down, at least you said what you
No,
had to say.
I'm saying what I have to say. I'm not getting the, if it don't work out between you two, don't put me in. I'm not involved.
It's too late. You already involved.
You already
You
involved.
the roommate. You involved the whole time.
Just because if you have a roommate, you're not involved with everything.
Yes, it is. So if they
Yes,
start
you
fighting,
are, 'cause
hold up,
they're-
Tiffany, check
it's-
this out.
go ahead.
If they start fighting, and
What
at
you
your
do?
crib and
You
your
gonna go in the
roommates,
room?
you're involved. If the
No,
police
I'm
come,
sitting
you're
up there in
involved.
the living room. Make sure they don't
No,
break
it's
my dog
not.
on TV.
No,
I
the
just
police.
go.
The police on the way. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
The police just been called. What you gonna do?
I'm going to my
You're
room. Let me
involved.
talk about it.
Exactly.
I didn't see nothing.
I
Right.
don't
You
know.
in the
I'm a
police
sleep
report and all
officer.
that.
I don't know what these folks are doing out here.
Deter it
God.
early. Deter it early. Nope.
I'm gonna be outside in my bathrobe, my bonnet on, looking like, what's going on?
Right.
What's going on?
So to avoid all that, you just don't let it happen.
yeah, I don't,
You can't not let it happen.
Oh yes, you can. If you got skills,
can't not let
you
it
can
happen.
deter it. You can deter it.
But at the very least, you can deter it.
Yes.
You do your due diligence.
Yep.
After that, whatever they do is their own business. Because you.
Now,
I mean,
Nisha, if
we
they
tried.
arguing with us and they gonna make it happen anyway, then
I mean, what's
all-
gonna happen
by
is
all
gonna
means,
happen,
by all means,
regardless of whatever you
they might get
say,
married.
whatever.
They might get married.
But at least I said you were warned.
Yep.
So
Me and Tiffany right on this one. You're wrong. Okay. Next
No, I'm
subject.
not.
Next subject. Let's
I
go,
just-
Tiff. We rolling, Tiff. Let's go. Keep going.
that was it.
Okay.
That was all of them.
okay, I'm gonna give it down.
Go
No,
ahead.
I don't have one.
Go ahead.
She just over there.
No, because I don't
Capping.
like that one. I don't like that y'all think I'm wrong on that, and I don't think I'm wrong.
Hold on, we did
Just
not
because I choose
say-
to mind my business, not put y'all drama in my
Nobody
life or
said you
whatever.
was wrong.
Because I'm keeping my peace, and I gotta make sure I'm good. So I'm
Nobody-
not gonna stress myself out because y'all are two grown folks and y'all choose to do what y'all choose to do.
But nobody
You
said
are
you was
not
wrong.
stress yourself out, but that don't mean that they are not.
No, because I'm not gonna be involved in that.
You.
I don't want to hear about her. I don't want to
They
hear
don't
about
talk
him.
to you.
Don't talk to me.
But you're not wrong though. We never said you were wrong.
You just told me to be
did
wrong.
not
You're
say
wrong.
you were
I just didn't want you to get into that mess. We tried to avoid that mess, and you want to jump right in. I don't understand. You like the drama, don't you? You want the
I
ratchetness.
don't like drama.
Tiffany.
You like drama.
Tiffany, she wants it, don't
She
she?
like other people's drama.
Yeah, she wanted to see it.
Just
and
just
eat her
gonna sit outside
popcorn.
and robe and bonnet, eat
Right,
her
eat her popcorn, just looking like I
Like
told
a
her.
little old lady looking. These fools out here.
Good morning.
Right. Look at these fools.
Tell them good morning. You know, that's it.
No, because I don't. No, I'm not getting into that. I can't. Because they might become more friends. I'm like, oh my goodness, you just come over here to see him. You ain't come to see me.
Oh, now you're gonna be in your feelings.
Yes.
Because
Right.
I'm not getting involved.
That's over now. That
So
friendship,
that's why
that
I don't know.
friendship,
That's why I'm not getting involved.
that
So-
friendship is gonna scatter. You ain't gonna,
And
you
then
gonna
as
see
soon
less.
as they break up,
Right.
why
Exactly.
didn't you tell me he didn't want no? I did. So that's when you put your 2 cents. No, I did tell you, and you chose to move forward, but they gonna feel some type of way. So
Yeah,
that's
they're gonna be
not
mad
choosing
at
not
you
to
for
be
a while.
involved.
Yep.
They're gonna feel some kind of way anyway, because that goes back to like, what if he over here messing around? Like, she already knows that you know.
Right.
How do I know he messed
You
up?
know, you live
You
together.
the roommate.
If you ain't see it, you heard it.
What's going on? What's really good?
So
I got my beats on by Dre.
That's not gonna work.
the lies. You ain't never heard
What
of
goes on in my place
Nah.
stays in my place. We are all this. So you think I'm gonna rat out the person that stay with me? Why would I do that?
Because that's your friend.
So this person, no.
See,
that's why I'm saying
it's
that.
messy.
That's
So it's
messy.
That's
That's
the
why I'm
mess.
not
That's
getting
the
It's
mess.
involved.
messy. So just
You
stop.
just got
Nip
messy.
it in the butt.
You just
That's
got
what
messy.
say.
Nip it
You
in
know
the
what?
butt.
I'm not getting involved.
Once
Yeah.
you
So
no
don't
longer
even
live
let it
together,
start. Yeah. Just stay away from it.
You do whatever you want to do. But
So
while
what
my
y'all-
stuff is here, while I'm here and my stuff is here, no, thank you.
They're not gonna listen to you.
I don't care. But at least I said what I had to say.
And then you still gonna be in your feelings because she didn't listen to you.
But then-
and then when
but
she
then-
come crying to you,
No,
oh my
it's
gosh.
not. No, you're not coming to cry to me because
Oh
I
my
told you
gosh,
already.
I thought we
I
was
told
together,
you.
and we're really not. He had somebody else the whole time.
And I'm just like, you remember when we had this conversation and you went
What?
on and did whatever?
But that's where you be a good friend and you be there for her. Make
No,
your
I'm not-
friendship
no,
a
I'm
lot
not.
stronger.
But like I told you.
Look at you, Tiffany. You don't
Sorry.
even want to be a friend.
Sorry. I tried to be a friend in the beginning.
You still supposed to be their friend at the end. What are you talking about? It's just the
I'll
friendship.
still be your
don't
friend.
start.
I just don't want to hear your foolishness.
That's called.
What type of friend is that? You know,
That's a fair weather friend. That's what they call
what
it.
type of communication is that?
Right.
I don't listen.
With your arms crossed, you gonna listen.
Uh-oh.
I told you
Yep.
so.
I heard that. I heard that part. Yeah.
I told you.
Cross
so.
your arms. See,
I told you.
you ain't right, Tiff.
I said what I said.
So how do you? No, you can't do. So how do you be assertive whenever you knew it wasn't gonna work out? How do you communicate that with that person when you're like, oh, I want to say like, I told you so, but you can't say that. What you gonna say? Whenever her heart get broken and he choose to, she up there being faithful to him, and he's like, I ain't in a relationship, and then he get in a relationship with somebody else, and she find out, and she come crying to you.
Like,
But that could be a man too. They don't have to be a woman. You
Yeah, I'm
keep-
just saying in general.
Okay, no, I didn't hear that.
Unfortunately, we had
I
this
didn't hear that.
conversation, and you saw the signs. You were warned, and you chose to do whatever you chose to do. And I'm sorry that
Why you
it ended
sorry?
up. I mean, I'm sorry that
I'm
it
not
ended up
sorry.
not working out. But I mean, you know now on, maybe you should listen. I wouldn't say that in part, but in my mind,
I would.
be like, next time you know to listen. Like it's
How
my
you gonna be
roommate.
giving me some advice? I'm like, how you
It's
give
my
me advice?
roommate. Like I know. I
What
know what
goes
he's
on.
doing.
Mm.
So
And I don't think
and
it was you.
You didn't want to listen. You thought you was gonna be out here to see out here.
I'm gonna
thinking you
change him.
somebody.
I'm gonna change him. He gonna.
Exactly.
I'm make him fall for me. We're gonna be in this long time. No,
Mm.
he done felt somebody else.
Mm.
Everything you told him what to do, he went somewhere else.
Listen, this is a segue. So, because this is similar. So there was an episode of Snap,
Mm-hmm.
and the girl.
Oh, it's the thing on Facebook I gotta show you. I think you'll like her.
Who is it?
She be talking about all this mystery stuff and these things that happen, murders and stuff like that or whatever.
The girl who doesn't make up.
Yes.
Yes.
I just
Yes.
started. She's good. I'll
Yes.
be into it. Okay, go ahead.
So she started dating this guy, and she was like, she was gonna change him. She was his Monday girl.
Not
And
Monday.
the Monday girl.
She couldn't even get to Friday, Saturday,
Monday
and Sunday.
child.
Just Monday.
And
That's
so
whack. Well,
he,
she started the week off.
she ended up killing him. Like she only been with him for like a couple weeks, and she ended up killing him because she wanted a relationship and he didn't.
But you
He
the
was out
Monday.
there messing around.
But you the Monday
She
girl.
didn't
You
know
should have known you
she
wasn't
didn't know
top
she was
priority if you were
They
Monday.
but they lived in the same building though. But she didn't know. She didn't know she was the Monday girl.
Look at this. What you gotta say?
I'm not listening, brother.
What you gotta say about the Monday girl?
What you mean? I don't know. I can't help him on that one.
So,
But
don't
okay, they
out
was
here
living in
trying
the
to
same.
change people.
So they were living in the same building, and she thought that she was gonna make him fall for her. But she knew what he was doing. The girls didn't come to his house.
Of course they did.
Okay, then. So why did she?
She thought she was gonna change him.
No, she accepted that position. He hired her as Monday.
Monday.
But she wanted 7 days.
She said she
You
was
can't
not
have
aware.
that. Huh?
She was not aware that common sense would be like, you only see him on Monday. What he doing
But-
the rest of the days?
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
But she was like, no. She didn't accept that.
Wow.
So I can't have you. Nobody else will. That had nothing to do with assertiveness, but I just thought it was interesting. Well, she was a little assertive, I guess.
She was. She had to get her point across.
She did. She did.
It might not be the best way, but that's how she felt that she needed to get her point across.
So
I'm not condoning killing people out here, but Jesus.
you
What?
know what can make me more assertive? Okay.
But she knew her position.
Of course she knew. Like, and it was only I was baffled by it. It was only like a couple weeks. Like
She felt hard. She mental. She had a lot of mental stuff.
Like- that. I was like,
She felt hard. And only seen him on Monday. She felt that hard.
4 days.
Where he at?
Dead.
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 Dang. 4 days.
4 days. It may have been, give or take, 2 days, maybe 6. But nevertheless, you closing this out?
Go ahead, Tiffany. Go ahead
No.
and close us out. We ready.
No, thank you.
Why would you ask that then?
I said you. I said, are you? And I didn't mean I meant you.
All right, you guys. This is restoration. It's a journey. Go ahead, Tiffany.
No, you go ahead. We have 3 locations. Potentially 4.
We're not gonna go back. Oh my goodness.
What you want me to
'Cause
do?
All right, you guys. This is restoration. I need you to have some. Ooh, they need excitement in your voice.
I thought I was excited.
Sometimes,
No?
not today.
Not
No,
today?
aggressive. Okay. All right, you guys. We have 3 locations. We have one in Reedsville, North Carolina, High Point, North Carolina, Bassett, Virginia, Danville, Virginia is coming soon. We have outpatient medication assistant treatment. We are accepting new patients at this time. We also accept private insurance in North Carolina, Medicaid, Virginia, Medicaid, and also Medicare, you guys. So if you need an appointment with us, please give us a call at
336-280-0595
or
276
276-296-0030. Again, that's 276-296-0030. Or email us at restorationis-a-journey@gmail.com. Like I said, we accept new patients. We also have first 30 days of free treatment. Please give us a call if you're needing treatment for substance abuse and mental health. With that being said, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. This week, guess what?
Happy birthday!
Yes! Yes, it's a holiday Friday. You didn't say it exciting. I didn't
I
like
said
that.
happy birthday. Happy birthday. Play the happy birthday song.
No, I need a good one though.
Happy birthday.
Go,
to
shorty.
you.
It's your
Happy
birthday.